Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Today we're diving into something super relatable, our everyday tasks. You know, those little things we all do from morning till night that kind of define our day.
Exactly. We're talking about the small habits, routines, and maybe even the chores that fill our days. Things like cooking, cleaning, getting to work, or even doing the laundry.
So, to kick things off, let's ask a simple question. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Just think about it for a second.
For me, I hate to admit it, but the first thing I do is check my phone. It's a bad habit, I know, but I like to see the time, the weather, and sometimes I scroll through messages.
Laughs. You and millions of people around the world. I try not to check my phone first thing, though. I usually get out of bed, stretch a little, and then make my bed.
Oh, that's a good one. Make the bed. For our listeners, to make your bed doesn't mean to build it, of course. It means to arrange your blanket and pillow neatly after you wake up.
Exactly. You can say, I always make my bed in the morning, or I never make my bed. I'm too lazy. Laughs.
What about you listening? Do you make your bed every day? If yes, say out loud, I make my bed every morning. If not, say, I don't make my bed.
Nice job. Now, let's move on. After making my bed, I usually brush my teeth and wash my face. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah, but we can learn a lot from these simple sentences. Let's repeat. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. Notice the structure. Subject plus verb plus object. It's simple, but perfect for talking about your daily routine.
And don't forget the S at the end of the verb if you're talking about someone else. For example, she brushes her teeth. He washes his face.
Good point. Many learners forget that little S, but it's so important. Okay, after brushing your teeth, what's next for you?
Breakfast, of course. I can't start my day without a good breakfast.
Same here. What do you usually have for breakfast?
Usually I eat some toast with butter and jam, and I drink a cup of coffee.
That sounds nice. I usually eat cereal or oatmeal, and sometimes I have fruit, like a banana or an apple.
Perfect. Let's give our listeners some useful vocabulary for talking about breakfast. You can say, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. I have a cup of coffee. I drink orange juice. I make scrambled eggs.
And remember, in English, we often use have when we talk about meals. So you can say, I have breakfast. I have lunch. I have dinner. Not I eat breakfast, although that's not wrong. Have just sounds more natural.
That's right. And here's a question for you, listener. What time do you usually have breakfast? Think about your answer and try to say it out loud in English.
Maybe you say, I have breakfast at 7, or I have breakfast at 8:30. Good. Saying your answer out loud helps your brain remember it better.
Now, after breakfast, many people go to work or school. So let's talk about that, going to work.
Yes. You can say, I go to work at 9, I start work at 9:30, or I go to school at 8.
And don't forget the difference between go to work and go to the work. We never say go to the work. It's just go to work.
That's a really good tip. So, go to work, go to school, go to bed. But not go to the work or go to the bed.
Exactly. English has these little exceptions, and mastering them makes your speaking sound more natural.
Okay, so what do you usually do when you get to work?
Well, first I check my emails, then I plan my day. Sometimes I have meetings in the morning.
Sounds busy. I usually start by making a to-do list. It helps me stay organized.
Oh, nice. Let's teach that expression, a to-do list. It means a list of things you need to do that day. For example, check emails, call clients, finish report.
And it's a great habit. Do you make a to-do list every day? If not, maybe you can try tomorrow.
Yeah, it's simple but powerful. Okay, now let's talk about chores, household chores. That means all the things you do at home to keep it clean and organized.
like washing the dishes, doing the laundry, vacuuming, or taking out the trash.
Let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me. Do the laundry. Do the laundry.
Do the laundry. That means washing your clothes.
Exactly. And wash the dishes means cleaning the plates, cups, and forks after eating.
And take out the trash means removing garbage from the house and putting it in the bin outside.
Very good. You're learning so many practical phrases already. And this is the best part because these are things you do every day. It's so easy to practice them in real life.
Yes, you can talk to yourself in English. For example, when you're washing the dishes, say, I'm washing the dishes. When you're folding clothes, say, I'm folding my clothes.
That's a great trick. It helps your brain start thinking in English. Exactly. And speaking of that, what other daily tasks do you do at home?
Well, sometimes I cook dinner. I like cooking, it's relaxing.
Really? What's your favorite thing to cook?
Maybe pasta. It's simple and delicious. Listeners, here's another question for you. Do you like cooking? If yes, say, I like cooking. If no, say, I don't like cooking.
Great job. You're not just listening, you're participating. That's the key. Every time you answer, your brain becomes stronger in English.
And that's exactly how you improve, by using the language, not just studying it. So we've talked about morning routines, going to work, and chores. But what about the evening? What do you usually do after work?
After work, I usually relax a little. I'll watch TV, listen to music, or go for a walk. Nice. Let's give our listeners more vocabulary. Watch TV, listen to music, go for a walk, read a book, have dinner, take a shower.
Perfect. And at the end of the day, most people say, I go to bed at 11, or I go to sleep around midnight.
Yes. And remember, we say go to bed, not go to the bed. Exactly. And one more thing. Sleep is a verb, so don't say I go to sleep my bed. Laughs, just say I go to sleep.
Laughs, that's a good one. Okay, listener, your turn. Say out loud, I go to bed at, and complete the sentence with your real time.
Perfect. Now let's talk about household chores again, but this time who does them?
Oh, good question. In my house, we share the chores. I usually do the dishes, and my wife does the laundry.
That's teamwork. In my home, I do most of the chores, but I actually enjoy it. It's relaxing.
Laughs, you're lucky. Many people hate doing chores. True. Okay, let's help our listeners describe who does what at home. You can say, I do the dishes, my brother takes out the trash, my mom cooks dinner, my dad cleans the garden.
Perfect examples. And if you live alone, you can say, I do everything by myself. That's a good phrase. By myself means alone, without help.
Yes, and you can also say by yourself or on your own. For example, I cleaned the kitchen by myself. She cooked dinner on her own. Great vocabulary. Let's test our listeners. Can you make a sentence with by myself? Go ahead, say it out loud.
Excellent. You're doing great. Seriously, you're not just learning words, you're building confidence. Exactly. And now, let's make your English sound even more natural. We'll talk about linking words you can use to connect your sentences when describing your daily routine.
Yes, instead of saying, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast. You can say, first I wake up, then I brush my teeth. After that, I eat breakfast. Finally, I go to work.
Much better. It sounds smooth like a story. Let's repeat that pattern. First, then after that, finally.
Now, let's practice together. Listeners, repeat after us. First, I wake up. Then I take a shower. After that, I have breakfast. Finally, I go to work.
Perfect. You see how easy it is to sound more fluent? Yeah. You can also use and then, or later, or before that to make your sentences even more natural.
Let's give an example. I wake up at 7 and then I make coffee. Before that, I brush my teeth. Excellent. Now, listener, can you describe your morning using these linking words? Take a moment and say it out loud.
Nice job. You're actually thinking in English right now. That's amazing progress. That's right. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Now, let's make things a bit more advanced. Let's talk about present continuous, the form we use when something is happening right now.
Yes. So far, we've used present simple for routines like I wake up or I go to work. But if you want to describe what you're doing at this very moment, you use present continuous.
Right. The structure is subject plus am slash is slash are plus verb ing. For example, I am listening to a podcast. You are learning English. He is working. She is cooking dinner.
Excellent. And for short answers, you can also say, I'm listening. I'm studying. I'm cooking. Let's test you again, listener. What are you doing right now? Say, I'm listening to a podcast.
Great. And you can also say things like, I'm sitting on the sofa.
I'm drinking coffee, kropka. I'm smiling, kropka.
Laughs, yes. Always good to smile while learning.
So, the present simple is for habits, and the present continuous is for things happening right now. Let's compare. I read every evening. That's a habit. I'm reading now. That's happening right now.
Very clear difference. And here's a fun activity. Look around you and describe what's happening using present continuous. For example, the TV is playing. My phone is charging. It's raining outside.
That's a great way to train your brain to think in English. Exactly. Great job. You're thinking deeply and using real-life examples. That's the best kind of practice. Because when you connect English to your real life, it sticks in your memory.
Exactly.
And that's what we want. English that becomes part of your daily routine. And here's something cool. If you want to sound more natural, you can use phrasal verbs like, I catch up on emails, means you read the ones you missed. I deal with clients, means you work with them or help them. I follow up on a project, means you check its progress.
Phrasal verbs are everywhere in English, so it's good to start using them in your daily speaking. Definitely. And here's a question for our audience. What's the first thing you do when you start your work or school day? Think about it for a moment. Maybe you say good morning to your coworkers. Maybe you open your laptop. Maybe you just grab a coffee.
Exactly. And while you think about that, we'll move on to a really important part of the day, lunch break. Yes, the best part of the day. Laughs, totally. So, what do you usually have for lunch?
Well, I usually bring my own lunch, something light like a sandwich or salad. I try to eat healthy, but sometimes I can't resist fast food. Laughs, I know the feeling. Sometimes you just need a burger or pizza to survive the day. True, but this is a great opportunity to teach our listeners some food vocabulary and expressions for lunch breaks.
Yes. For example, I'm having lunch with my colleagues. I go out to eat. I grab a quick bite. That means to eat something small or fast. I order food online. I pack my lunch. That's great. And notice we say have lunch, not eat lunch. Both are okay, but have lunch is more natural in everyday English.
Exactly. So, listeners, what do you usually have for lunch? Are you more of a healthy salad person or a fast food lover? Let us know. Imagine you're answering this question out loud in English. Say, for lunch, I usually have. Come on, try it right now. Say it out loud.
Yes, that's how you train your speaking muscles. Don't just listen, participate. All right, after lunch, people usually go back to work or study, and that's where the afternoon routine begins. Yes, let's explore that part next because afternoons can be really different for everyone.
All right, let's dive in. Daily routines are something we all have, but we often don't realize just how much they impact our day. What happens if you don't follow your usual routine?
That's a great question. Honestly, when I skip my routine, my whole day feels a bit chaotic. If I wake up late and skip breakfast, for example, I feel tired, less focused, and even a bit grumpy. That sound familiar?
Totally. It's like everything goes downhill from there. You forget things, you rush, and you just can't seem to find your rhythm.
Exactly.
That's why consistency is key. Even small things, like making your bed or having a cup of coffee, can give you a sense of control and set the tone for a better day.
I love that. So, listeners, think about this. What's one small thing in your morning routine that makes your day better? Maybe it's brushing your teeth right after getting up or listening to music while preparing breakfast. Imagine your morning without that one thing. How much would it change your mood?
That's such a good mental exercise. And here's a little language tip. When you talk about your daily routine, use the simple present tense. Routines are regular actions, things you do every day.
Yes. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. I make coffee and check my phone. Simple and clear.
Exactly. Sometimes learners say things like, I am wake up, and that's not correct. You should say, I wake up.
Right. Because I'm waking up means it's happening right now at this very moment, like I am waking up right now. But for everyday habits, we use the simple present.
Perfect. Okay, now that we've covered morning routines, let's move on to what comes next, going to work or school.
Yes, this is where a lot of people have interesting habits. Some people drive, some take the bus, others walk or bike. So, how do you usually get to work?
Well, I usually drive, but I try to listen to podcasts or audiobooks during the drive just to make good use of that time. It's my little way of learning something new every morning.
That's a great idea. So, listeners, think about it. What do you usually do on your way to work or school? Do you listen to music, podcasts, or maybe just enjoy the silence?
And here's another language tip. When you talk about how you go somewhere, use go plus by or go plus on foot. For example, I go to work by car. I go to school by bus. I go to the gym on foot.
Or you can say, I drive to work, I walk to school, I take the subway. These are all natural ways to describe your daily transportation.
Exactly. And here's a fun question for our listeners. Do you ever get stuck in traffic? What do you do to stay calm?
Oh, that's a good one. Because let's be honest, traffic can ruin your morning mood. Personally, I like to listen to happy songs or positive podcasts. It changes everything.
I agree. Sometimes I even use that time to practice speaking English. I talk to myself in English, like, what will I do today? I have a meeting at 10, then I'll grab lunch with my friend.
Oh, that's brilliant. Listeners, this is such a powerful trick. Talk to yourself in English while you're doing daily tasks. It helps your brain switch naturally into English mode.
Yes. And don't worry about mistakes. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to think in English.
Exactly. Okay, so now we've arrived at work or school. Let's talk about what happens next, our daily activities during the day.
Right.
So, how's your typical workday?
Well, it depends, but usually I start by checking my emails, planning my tasks, and making a to-do list. I love organizing my day before I start working.
Oh, me too. And I bet many of our listeners do that as well. Actually, let's teach a few useful expressions for talking about work tasks.
Great idea. So here are some examples. I check my emails. I attend meetings. I take notes. I make phone calls. I write reports.
Yes, and here's something cool. If you want to sound more natural, you can use phrasal verbs like, I catch up on emails, means you read the ones you missed. I deal with clients, means you work with them or help them. I follow up on a project, means you check its progress.
Phrasal verbs are everywhere in English, so it's good to start using them in your daily speaking.
Definitely. And here's a question for our audience. What's the first thing you do when you start your work or school day? Think about it for a moment. Maybe you say good morning to your coworkers. Maybe you open your laptop. Maybe you just grab a coffee.
Exactly. And while you think about that, we'll move on to a really important part of the day, lunch break.
Ah, yes, the best part of the day.
Laughs.
Totally. So what do you usually have for lunch?
Well, I usually bring my own lunch, something light like a sandwich or salad. I try to eat healthy, but Sometimes I can't resist fast food.
Laughs, I know the feeling. Sometimes you just need a burger or pizza to survive the day.
True. But this is a great opportunity to teach our listeners some food vocabulary and expressions for lunch breaks.
Yes. For example, I'm having lunch with my colleagues. I go out to eat. I grab a quick bite. That means to eat something small or fast. I order food online. I pack my lunch.
That's great. And notice we say have lunch, not eat lunch. Both are okay, but have lunch is more natural in everyday English.
Exactly. So, listeners, what do you usually have for lunch? Are you more of a healthy salad person or a fast food lover?
Let us know. Imagine you're answering this question out loud in English. Say, for lunch, I usually have. Come on, try it right now. Say it out loud.
Yes, that's how you train your speaking muscles. Don't just listen, participate.
All right, after lunch, people usually go back to work or study, and that's where the afternoon routine begins.
Yes, let's explore that part next, because afternoons can be really different for everyone. So let's talk about afternoons. For some people, the afternoon is when they're most productive, and for others, it's the hardest part of the day, especially after lunch when you just want to take a nap.
Oh yes, that after lunch sleepy feeling.
I think we all know it.
Sometimes I just want to put my head down on the desk for 5 minutes. Laughs.
Laughs, totally. But that's why it's important to have a little routine to stay focused. For example, I like to drink a cup of tea or stretch for a few minutes. It wakes me up and helps me focus again.
That's smart. Actually, this is a great chance to learn a few useful verbs and expressions for the afternoon part of your day. You can say things like, I have a short break. I get back to work. I finish a few tasks. I attend a meeting. I check my messages.
Exactly. And here's one more expression, to catch up on something. For example, I catch up on emails in the afternoon. That means I read and answered the messages I didn't have time for earlier.
Yes, that's super common in workplaces. And here's another one. I take care of something. Like I take care of my reports or I take care of the documents. It basically means you complete or handle them.
That's a great one. Listeners, think about your own afternoon. What do you usually do? Do you study? Work? Maybe take care of your kids or do housework.
Exactly, because everyday tasks are not just about work or school. They're about everything you do in your daily life. So let's explore the other kind, the things you do at home.
Oh yes, like doing the dishes, cleaning, or doing laundry. Actually, many of my students don't know how to say these simple things in English, but they're super useful. Let's go over them.
Good idea. So here are some common household tasks. Do the dishes, wash the plates and glasses. Do the laundry, wash your clothes. Make the bed, arrange your bed after waking up. Sweep the floor, clean the floor with a broom. Take out the trash, remove the garbage from your home. Cook dinner, prepare a meal. Water the plants, give your plants some water.
Perfect. And be careful, because in English we say do the laundry or do the dishes, not make the dishes or make the laundry.
Exactly.
Make is used when we create something, like make breakfast, make coffee, or make a cake. But do is used for tasks, like do homework, do the cleaning, do the ironing.
Right? Let's practice that for a second. I'll say a phrase, and you, our listener, try to decide, should we say do or make?
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Number 1, underscore your bed.
That's make your bed.
Yes. Number 2, underscore your homework.
That's do your homework.
Perfect. Number 3, underscore dinner.
That's make dinner.
Great. Number 4, underscore the laundry.
That's do the laundry.
Nice. And one last one, underscore mistake.
Oh, that's an interesting one. It's make a mistake.
Exactly. So remember, why check mark make equals create or produce something, make food, make a plan, make a cake. Why check mark do equals perform a task or action, do work, do homework, do the dishes.
That's such a simple but powerful rule. And it helps your English sound way more natural.
Yes. And now, let's move from chores to something we all love, relaxing after work.
Yes, the evening routine. The best part of the day, right?
Totally. So, after a long day, what's the first thing you do when you get home?
Honestly, I take off my shoes, change into comfortable clothes, and just relax for a few minutes. I usually grab a snack or watch a bit of YouTube before I cook dinner.
That sounds nice. I usually go for a walk or listen to music to clear my mind. It really helps me unwind.
Unwind. That's a great word. It means to relax after being busy or stressed. For example, I like to unwind by watching a movie, or I unwind with a cup of tea.
Yes, and you can also say chill out. It's a more informal way of saying relax. Like I chill out on the sofa, or I chill out with my friends.
Exactly. So, listeners, how do you unwind after a long day? Do you watch Netflix? Cook dinner? Read a book? Or maybe you go to the gym?
That's a great question. And here are some common evening activities to describe your routine. I get home from work at 6 p.m. I take a shower. I cook dinner. I watch TV or Netflix. I talk with my family. I check social media. I go to bed around 11.
Nice and simple. But you know what many learners struggle with? Using the right prepositions of time. Let's quickly review them.
Great idea. So, we say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, but we say at night, not in the night.
Exactly. And for specific times, we use at, like at 7 o'clock, at 9:30 a.m., at midnight.
And for days, we use on Monday, on Friday, on the weekend.
Perfect.
Let's test our listeners again. Say the correct preposition out loud, okay?
I wake up ___ 7 o'clock.
Pause. That's at 7 o'clock.
I go to bed ___ night.
At night.
I have lunch ___ the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
I go shopping ___ Sunday.
On Sunday.
Nice. If you got all of them right, you're doing amazing.
And if you missed one, that's okay. Just keep practicing. You'll get it soon.
Exactly. The key is daily exposure. The more you listen, repeat, and use these words, the more natural your English will become.
Yes.
That's why we always say, don't just learn English once a week. Make it part of your everyday routine.
Beautifully said. All right, now let's go a bit deeper into evening habits. Things like having dinner, watching something, and preparing for bed. And here we are, finally, the evening of our podcast, where we wrap everything up.
Yes. Today, we've explored so much. Morning routines, afternoon activities, household chores, lunch breaks, evening habits.
That's right. We practiced simple present. And the best part is, you, our listener, have been participating every step of the way. Repeating, speaking out loud, answering questions. That's how real improvement happens.
Exactly. You've learned not only new words and phrases, but also how to describe your everyday life in English in a natural and fluent way.
So here's your final challenge. Think about your entire day, from morning to night, and try to describe it out loud in English. Use all the tips we've shared today. Simple present for routines. Prepositions of time. In the morning, at night, on Monday. Household tasks, hobbies, and feelings.
Yes. And remember, practice makes perfect. Every sentence you say, every habit you describe, brings you closer to thinking in English naturally.
And don't forget to share your progress with us. Leave a comment, tell us what you've learned today, or share one new sentence you tried.
We would love to hear from you, because your learning journey inspires us too.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you had fun, learned a lot, and feel more confident speaking about your everyday life in English.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep building your daily English routine.
That's it for today. Stay motivated, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.
Bye for now, and happy learning.
Bye. Keep speaking English every day, little by little. You're getting better.
Don't forget to comment below and tell us your favorite new phrase from today's podcast. Your support means the world to us.
Yes. Thank you, listeners. Keep practicing, and until next time, enjoy your English journey.